Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 999 Dead, 999 Army, 999 Gaming, the complete slate of 999 channels. Nope, this is not this is a real channel. We use this channel from time to time. I know we used it a little bit last year, and we're going to add some additional content to it, some of our PDL scenarios, a couple other things, extended spoilers. So we won't always sandwich the streams in between two other streams, but we will use it from time to time. Just want to make sure everybody knows we're here, and you'll see why. There'll be a method to it. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. Of course, a shout out to our Patreons, our members, everybody that made the long drive from 999 Gaming over to 999 Dead. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being here. We're going to touch on the Gamma topic. I know there's some Lydia questions out there. We're going to touch on that. Lydia's storyline, how that's going to affect Gamma and also affect Carol and also affect Negan and affect Alpha. A lot of good things going on. I saw Angel's like, I already missed my 999 emoji. Yes, but do not join here. You guys are already members of the 999 Gaming. I know you're not green here, but yeah, don't do dual memberships because 90% of our streams are still going to be over on the 999 Gaming channel. So just... you'll see a method to it. Tyler Neifert says, I'll jump on anything 999. I thank you for that. Remind me not to wear my 999 shirt out in public. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that. And you guys, it's all about the chat. It's all about the conversation. We have some really, really good theories, and some of our core thinkers are already here. So let's jump into episode 8. And did you guys see the teaser, the sneak peek, where look at first Gamma's gone. I mean, she's in the woods. She's crying. She's broken down. And then she comes back. So it looks like she really gets it together. She's got a little bit of a purpose. So I want you guys to think about that purpose as we do our stream. Christmas Girl, is Alpha testing Gamma's trustworthiness? I think Alpha sees Gamma as a worm on the end of a hook, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think there's very much loyalty in her. I think Alpha saw Gamma's sacrifice as a opportunity to draw like a big parade. Hey, look what Gamma did. Now we're going to give her a little bit more authority. But Christmas Girl, I don't think she is testing her trustworthiness at all. I think she's putting her out there just to spread a misinformation campaign. She did. She killed her sister. She sacrificed. Alpha didn't ask her to do it. She had that moment of really jumping into the fray. But Gamma is Mary, right? Did you guys see the teaser where she actually said her name, where she was trying to get that trust? You know, what I think is funny of the Eugene and Stephanie storyline, Eugene wants to build trust by talking to a person over the radio and says, well, my name's Eugene Porter. Well, Gamma is Mary. So she knows that if she gives Aaron some details, that he'll give her a little bit more information. But we finally get the truth. And also think the fact that she's coming forward and asking, can she see her nephew? Has he been named yet? So we find out, well, we knew. Her nephew's name is Adam. And this is just me personally. I want to get your opinions included in this. Do you guys semi-trust Gamma at this point? She saw Lydia. She had the breakdown. She's back to negotiating. Do you think she's got something shady planned? Do you think she wants to kidnap her nephew? I think I'm going to go bold here. All right. You guys want me to go super bold predictions here? If you do, give me a yes, but this got to be a two-part thing. I think I'm on to this one. And give me a quick like. All right. Gamma she's going to have Ezekiel syndrome. Her whole world has just been destroyed. Everything she believed in is gone. I don't even know she's going to switch sides. She might get that opportunity, Taya. Maybe Negan will save her in some way, shape, or form. But I see Gamma's character as dead end. Everything she believed in is gone. She killed her sister for no reason. And now she realizes Alpha was going to kill her nephew. So think about this. If Alpha is alive, her nephew's always at risk. Does Alpha care about Adam? Leave your thoughts and comments. You think Alpha cares if that baby's alive? That's what I'm talking about, Tammy Heisman. We're going behind the scenes. This is not even spoiler. So, if Alpha doesn't care whether the baby's alive, doesn't it seem like Gamma might have a little bit more clarity? Is her purpose now to betray Alpha and go after Alpha herself? She can get close to Alpha if she's trusted. This plays into the other narrative we talked about earlier. You can't fool Alpha. So even though as viewers we might say, oh yeah, Gamma, go get her, go get her. Alpha's already one step ahead of you. If Gamma tries, Beta's probably going to kill Gamma. And it's going to be another one of those sad, sad stories. The Walking Dead likes to make us like people and then kill them. We like Sadiq, they kill him. Gamma, she's the one that we never felt like was 100% bought into Alpha's methods. And now we're starting to like her, right? We're starting to get this, well, she killed her sister and, well, she still killed her sister. So let's not undermine that. Let's not forget that happened. But for whatever reason, even though she killed her sister, we still like her, or we're starting to like her. But if her purpose now, if her MO is to keep her nephew alive, her nephew's always going to be at risk as long as Alpha is alive. And did you guys find it a little bit concerning that Alpha even said to her that she was asking about her sister's child? Just like out of the blue. Now, come on. You don't think Alpha is already getting information from Dante? They're always watching. So who here at this point really feels like she's using Gamma to get information? If you really feel like that's her intention. Giving her a chance, trying to build some trust. Joey the Gator? Well, so if I don't feel that. I disagree. Because how many times do you let somebody go back and get information and they keep coming back with no information? Is Alpha that desperate to get information? She says, that's all you have for me? The guy with the metal arm, he has a child. And she's like, is that all you got for me? And then she goes back again. She ain't going to have anything else. So she knows that Gamma is bad at this. You know, one thing you guys have to realize as a leader, you know who your top performers are. Okay. Another test here. Is Gamma as ruthless and conniving as Beta? Yes or no? Easy question here. Have we seen Gamma kill anybody? Yes or no? Just her sister. So, if you're Alpha, do you see Gamma as Beta's equal? Look, Beta's jealous of Gamma. And Alpha's always saying, like, these things take time. So whatever she's doing with Gamma, Gamma's a liability. If I'm the leader of the Whispers, she is not the person that I'm sending out there to find information. Christmas Girl. Group chases Alpha in the woods because of Gamma intel. Gamma certainly, yes. I think so. I think you're going to see that this week. That she's going to start to betray. Well, because that's a great storyline. It's a great storyline to see Gamma find out Lydia's alive and then betray Alpha. But do you honestly think that Alpha will be caught by surprise? Or does Alpha know that Gamma is going to betray? Look, here's the thing that many people are missing here. This is the $1 million question, and many of you asked me this question a week ago. And this is going to nail the nail home for everybody. It's not just she's calculating. The question I'm going to ask you is the same question you asked me. Why would Alpha send Gamma to Alexandria where Lydia lives? Think about this for a second. Is Alpha that stupid? She wanted Gamma to find out. She wanted Gamma to find out from Aaron. She wanted Gamma to know. She's always watching. And I think she wants Gamma to betray her. I don't think she's testing her. I think she wants, but why? I think she wants to get the group surrounded. I think she wants the group. Look, if Gamma feels betrayed and she goes back to Aaron and says, hey, she's going to be over at that clearing. This is your chance. And Aaron gets a few people and they get surrounded and they get ambushed by Alpha. Then we get Pike scene number 2, people. I think Alpha is using Gamma. She put her in the Lydia situation. Gamma's going to break down. Gamma's going to spread misinformation. The group's going to send a group in. They're going to be caught off guard. Alpha's going to know they're coming. And she's going to ambush the hell out of them. And that's what I think our mid-season finale is. Where we as viewers, we're going to think, hey, you know what? We're finally going to get the upper hand here because Gamma is helping our team. Nope. Have we seen Alpha make a mistake yet? Think about this. Like, these writers they have Alpha, like, really, honestly, 2 steps ahead of everything we do. She sent Gamma to a place where Lydia was there. She's not that careless. She asked Gamma about the daughter. Plant that seed. Now Gamma goes back because she genuinely wants to know. Alpha knows Gamma feels guilty about her sister. Alpha knows. She can see it as a leader. Remember Nick the Whisperer? Alpha hands the knife to Beta, and Beta finishes him off. Why do you think Alpha didn't hand the knife to Gamma? Well, I mean, wouldn't you think, like, you know what, Beta, you killed the last one. Gamma, you take care of this one. Didn't even test her. Exactly, Rebecca. She knows she's weak. She knows she's not a killer. She knows she's going to break down. She knows she's going to give in. And Alpha is putting that weak link out there. You don't put your weakest link out there to get information from your enemy. Especially when you got Dante giving you the same information. What's the first question that Gamma asks? How many people are in your community? Dante's got that information. He can put that in the secrets box. Dead on Leprechaun, super chat. Thank you so much, Dead on. Appreciate that. Now, I do like that, BK. I don't know if we'll get to that point. But there's one wild card floating around out there, and I don't think we've given this a lot of thought. And I would love to see this play out. I don't know if I'm quite confident making this a bold prediction. But we thought exactly. So Julia Muse says, what about Negan? See, here's the question everybody's got. What about Negan? What about Negan? Negan's got to do something. Gamma gets in trouble. Maybe Negan helps Gamma. Gamma gets in trouble. Maybe kills Beta. Lydia gets in trouble. Maybe Negan helps them. Let me give you something a little bit different. Negan is under the surveillance of Beta and Alpha. Which current character is not technically under surveillance right now and is completely on their own? This story cannot be overlooked. This story, I think, is going to start to really play in. Oh, no. It's not Dante. Lydia. Lydia, she said, you told me to choose which side I'm on. I choose my side. Lydia's out there. So we keep talking about Negan being that wild card. Why not a Lydia helping Gamma? Or a Lydia, Gamma being a tough situation, maybe Beta going to kill Gamma, and then Lydia kills Beta. Why not Lydia? Not sexy enough for everybody, not the big kill. It's got to be Negan, it's got to be Daryl, it's got to be Carol. I think Lydia could go under the radar. I think Lydia could disappear for a little bit and then make her decision. Because let me explain this. Lydia is not going to New Mexico. Lydia is not going to New York. Lydia is going to be in Alexandria, or she's going to trespass into Whisper territory. That's it. She ain't going to scroll to the other side of Whisper territory and be out there on her own. That's not the way it works. But I think because she knows how to live among them. I think she knows where to hide. I think she knows where the meeting points are. Lydia is somebody that could be watching them watching us. Lydia could have one step. She know exactly, Barbara. She knows alpha. She knows beta. I could see a potential. I could see this two ways. Why I said I'm not ready to do it as a bold prediction. I could see Gamma becoming liked and becoming a sacrifice. I could also see Gamma becoming liked and almost a sacrifice, and Lydia saves the day. And to me, that feels better at this point in time than Negan. Because I do think there's some more seeds Negan needs to sow. I don't know if the story's ready for him to just kind of jump in and start killing people and saving people. We got Tom Bugzilla says, what if Negan, Lydia, and Gamma team up? I think it's more likely to be two of the three rather than three of the three. So, Tom, I could see Negan saving the day. I'm not saying that can't happen. But I do like... Look, Negan just got in there. I don't know if it's the right time for him to start killing people. He just earned his trust like one episode ago. The group has to know Alexandria, has to think that Negan's missing, and then I think that becomes a little bit of the cloak and dagger type of thing. The people in Alexandria, can they trust Negan? Negan still has a soft spot for Judith. But let me kind of throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. And I know it's our heart, and I know it's because of the writing. But how are we 100% sure that Negan does want to kill any of them? They locked him up. They were going to sentence him to death. I mean, let's not forget who Negan is. And look, I'm not buying what I'm selling right now, to be honest with you, because that would be completely shocking if Negan did even turn to the slightest dark side. And Taya, that's why. I mean, I don't think Negan is going to turn on Judith. I really don't. I'm just playing devil's advocate here and saying, look, he was put in jail. He was left for dead. And I know I shouldn't even entertain this conversation because he did just kill Brandon and he is still a good person at heart. But if they wanted to, hold on a minute. I'm not advocating what I'm selling here. What I'm saying is they could stall this story out. They could make us ask the questions. Because I don't think that they should just turn Negan into an all-out, lawful, good character next episode. I don't think it would hurt to drag that narrative out a little bit longer and just let a little bit of the audience give a little bit of pause to it and say, wait a minute. He's still a little sketchy. I don't think that would be bad writing. And they haven't really given us that slam dunk that he is good since he's been with the Whispers. Prior to joining, yes. And Julie J., I think that's kind of what I'm going with. I don't want to see him totally innocent. Although in the back of my mind, I think, yeah, he's going to wait for his opportunity and then he's going to do something good to help the group. But what if he doesn't? I want that what if. I want that little bit of concern of, is there that reservation? Ask Steph the Cuervo Queen. She'll tell you, Negan's bad. He's always going to be bad. I mean, I want a few more people to kind of question that. And that's a good point, T-Love. Who let him out? And is somebody involved? Did they let him out with an agenda? With a partnership, with a Can I say quid pro quo? All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't. But it's the only word I could think of, you know. All right. I'm leaving it alone. Bad host. But if Aaron let him out, is there a reason? If Carol let him out, was it to get under Alpha's skin? You know what? I'm bad at puns tonight. I gotta really stop. See, this is what happens when you come to 999 Dead. You get veiled political references, and you also get puns and innuendos. More than we like to talk about here. So, is Negan our Dante? Maybe. I kind of like the mirrored stories. Is Negan Dante? Is Carol Alpha? Is Lydia Gamma? I mean, there's some cool stuff going on. It really makes you, it really makes you kind of pause and say, or gets you kind of in the habit of, oh, they're going with, two dual stories, and then they mix one up all of a sudden, and then you're like blown away. Like, we weren't expecting that to happen. Negan could provide that shock. But you know what else? Lydia could too. And I think Emmy brought up this point a little bit ago. Alpha thinks Lydia is weak. Actually, you know what? Almost everybody thinks Lydia's weak. Beta thinks Lydia's weak. Alpha thinks Lydia's weak. If Lydia actually grows a pair, and she's going to catch them off guard. And I don't think, other than, her hitting Carol, I don't think it's a coincidence that she got her weapon back. If I did have to give a bold prediction, I don't think the writers gave Lydia her weapon, had her hit Carol, walk away just to have Beta or somebody kill her. Would you guys agree with that? It seems like there's a little bit more in store for Lydia. We got a super chat up in the house. This is Christmas Girl says, does Dante's story parallel Randall's story from season 2? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back, and I don't know I'm prepared to answer that right now. Let me go back and see if I can draw a parallel between the two. I would say no, but I want to dig down a little bit more. This will probably be something I answer in a future stream. It's a good question, but I don't see it yet. Yes, Tom, Dante is an evil bastard. And look, I'm not going to make this about evil versus loss of mental control, because it'll get too controversial. I could certainly throw a psychological reference here. And you're going to get, well, you could say evil, you could say desperate, you could say he doesn't have the capacity. I'm going to give you just a real weird scenario. And once again, don't fault me for how I answer, and I won't judge anybody for how they answer. Fair deal? But I'll give you a scenario that'll make you pause at least a little bit. We got Jamie Angus who says, what if Alpha sends the Horde to Oceanside? Well, Michonne's on a boat. What if Jules kills Luke and then the Horde goes on Oceanside? I could certainly see it. I don't know. I don't know if Alpha is ever going to send the Horde until she gets desperate. That's the only thing. She's got so many different good things working right now. She got Dante there. She's playing Gamma. She got trees falling on buildings. She doesn't need to use the Horde. She's breaking them down little by little. Bug Ferreira says, when do you think the Giant Horde will come in? And that kind of answers the question. Tom, I think the Giant Horde is going to come in when Alpha is running out of options and the group actually catches up to her. So as I said earlier in the stream, I think she's 1 or 2 steps ahead of everybody. I think when something happens she's not ready for, she's going to push that button. That is like Michonne said, that's her nuclear weapon. Not until she needs it. So I know many of you talked about Dante, and this is what I would say. Because the punishment and the crime, and once again, everybody has strong opinions with these type of questions. I don't ask them a lot in our streams. But there are studies on people who do things when they're 18, 19, 20. Maybe murder is one of those. And I'm not trying to strike a chord. If any of you have ever been through a personally troubling experience, I'm just bringing this up for straight reference. And they do studies on the same person, sometimes 25 or 30 years later. And they don't, oftentimes they say the mental wherewithal of the person is not the same person. It's almost as if they're a completely different person. And it goes to the side of, sometimes it's a basis of whether you believe in evil or a product of society or change, or in some cases, mental illness. And I've mentioned this in previous streams where, if you guys are not familiar with Phineas Gage, look up Phineas Gage. Phineas Gage was completely normal. Got a railroad spike through his head, affected his brain, and completely changed behavior. So some of it is nature versus nurture, T-love, but some of it is also mental illness. And do you evaluate a person based on your version of their free will, or whether or not that person had the capacity to decide on their own? So think about this. If a person chooses that and you see them do that, is that person evil, or are there things that could have happened to make that person evil? Like I said, you don't have to answer. And I'm not trying to validate Dante. But if Dante was affected by the war, if Dante is mentally sick, there is a difference between someone that chooses evil and someone that almost has evil take over. And I don't know. Dante could very well be evil. But I don't know enough about Dante to decide whether or not he is. Regardless, it doesn't make the action right, but it makes it less understandable. And Taps Ghost Lover, that certainly is a strong opinion, but it doesn't mean it's true. It means that it's your opinion of Dante. If Dante was clinically proven to have brain cancer and had no control over his actions, it wouldn't make him a psychopath. It would make him a mentally ill person. There's a difference. And I think that's where I said, when I prefaced this by saying, it depends on what your viewpoint is, or your perspective of that. And as I said, there's no right or wrong to that. It's kind of, it's our own opinions of that. And I think it's a very deep topic. And the thing with Dante is, you see Dante when you're a writer with that, there's going to be serious challenges as a writer. How do you want to portray this person? Because it is going to be open for interpretation. They did tell us, when Dante sit down, he said he did several tours in Fallujah, came back, and he's suffering from it, and all of these things. So he goes into that. Could be a lie. And you very well could be right. He could be a psychopath, and he could be evil, and maybe he held his eyes open and enjoyed every minute of it. At this point, I don't know. And that's what I think opens the door for interpretation. Everybody's going to have their own viewpoint, and the story is going to be unique to every person. And that's a great point. Rick Grimes says maybe he was a serial killer before the apocalypse. And to me, that doesn't seem unrealistic. Maybe he is. If we don't get the entire backstory, he could be a serial killer. He could be somebody whose family was taken hostage. He could be someone that's suffering from PTSD. And I think what's extremely ironic is because of Sadiq, we give Sadiq the benefit of the doubt for having PTSD because he's not out there killing people. But we don't give Dante the same benefit of the doubt for having PTSD because he is out there killing people. And my question would be, what's the difference? If both are suffering from an illness, is there any difference between somebody that has no control over their actions? So, like I said, it's an extremely deep topic. And I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it and thinking about it and delving down to it. But it goes to show that sometimes we use, not the person, we use the condition to validate the action. We don't analyze the action as an effect of the illness. So, anyway, I loved it. I thought it was awesome chat, awesome deep. I know we kind of got off the Gamma. A lot of good topics with Gamma. But on that note, I am going to leave it. I'm going to leave it in that clouded gray area that we're trying to achieve. It'd be easy for me to say, hey, Dante's a psychopath. Dude needs to die. Hang him. He's bad. He's evil. Never want to see him again. But I'm enjoying the extended storyline. I'm enjoying watching all the different elements and looking at every possibility that the writer is going to challenge us with. Absolutely. So, hey, I want to thank all of you guys for being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thanks for jumping over to the 999 Dead channel. We are going to be back on the 999 Gaming channel at 9:30. We're going to do a complete breakdown of last night's episode. So some of the topics we talked about: Dante's story, Sadiq's death, Gamma, story with that, whether Carol was right or wrong to manipulate Lydia's future. We're going to encompass all of this. Be over at 999 Gaming at 9:30. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being in the earlier stream. Just a big, big thank you. I can't say it enough because you guys are the 999 Army. I will see you all in about 40 minutes or so. Have a good one. Peace.